make stuff happen on the map, because he's the one hero that does have a lot of like, it's pretty similar to Beastmaster, I would say, where he takes the tower not necessarily by having tower damage, but because he kills the creep wave, he creep skips, and then the tower falls naturally, and then he plays this bottom part of the map, but he needs someone to play, and it is Tusk. But to go to your point, I think it's a little too greedy. Also want to see what Paka's item on Monkey King is going to be. I think this should be fighting build on Monkey. No Battle Fury, straight up Echo Saber, and fight with the team, because there are 2 saving abilities, so you don't necessarily need to, you know, play for the later stages of the game. You want to be as active as possible. If we look at what PSG.LGD have, Wraith King, not a super strong hero early on. Same goes for Tiny and Phoenix. These 2 supports, they need levels. So if they manage to get the momentum going on Thunder Awaken, that'd be great for them.
And definitely no Hand of Midas on the Monkey, yeah?
No, even though he did win 1 game, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he did?
He did. It was Team Spirit, it was Yatoro who played it, and did manage to get the W.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see what Pakaz lines up for himself. As Jin-Q already had his smoke broken, tried to walk up high ground, coming across towards Matthew. With that observer board, they see what's going on. And Thunder there with a bit of vision over on the Storm Spirit, spotting nothing to say. I don't think LGD will contest this bottom rune in the river, but Jin-Q will try and sneak into a secondary rune. Ooh, Faith Beyond is moved into danger here. Shard blocked and trapped in. Matthew Pakaz slowed by the Fiery Spirits. Faith Beyond not going to be saved by the Phoenix. Look decent though. First blood grabbed by Matthew, and Thunder Awaken off to a good start.
I don't think you can ask for a better start for Tusk, because this hero does consume a ton of mana. Matthew will TP top, and look what he's bringing. He's bringing 1 set of tangos, 1 healing salve, mango, clarity. He even wants to pick up something else. Maybe a branch. Never mind, it's going to be Sentry for 50 gold.
Okay. See what he does with that. Could block up one of these camps. Ion Shells. Kind of annoying for the Wraith King early on, but once he gets into his Mortal Strike, you know, he's got the big crit with the lifesteal. He can focus down the Ion Shell creep and sustain through a lot of that damage that Darkseer tries to bring against the melee matchup.
I'm here all week.
Invoker looks like he's queued up the urn, so yeah, going to be that Quaswax early active Invoker.
Against Storm, you need to have it to be able to burn his mana, and also be more active. Like, they don't have stuns to set up for Exert Invoker anyway. Pakaz bottom lane is level 2.
He's pressing
PSG.LGD, they're level 1 only.
Gets the Bound of Strike hitting onto Faith Beyond, just a bit of chip damage, while Ame, oh, he's in a bit of trouble there. Sacred and Matthew, the Iron Shell on the Tusk. They're going for this kill under tower, and the Tusk will gladly give his life to kill off the Wraith King.
Gets that XP before he dies, can bring some extra regen to the top lane, and I love the build.
Oh, maybe an attempt on the mid lane. Okay. Alone doesn't go committing for it, but some good damage onto nothing to say. He didn't have his other spells. He'd already spent EMP Tornado.
I love that Matthew is going for Ice Shards and Snowball, instead putting more points in Tag Team. Tag Team, you need to have someone who can hit. Darkseer is definitely not that hero. It's more about the control. And because why use Dive, he's definitely going to pay with his life. He used Dive to cancel Clarity, and now he's going to drop.
But Matthew, just diving this tier 1 over and over again, gets in there, and the safe lane from LGD suffering against the Tusk and the Darkseer. They've burnt through a lot of regen though, so they'll have to keep ferrying that out and keeping themselves topped up. I'm curious what the Darkseer is going to bring out to himself, because it looks like he's spent all his money for something. But some big deny values coming in for Thunder, right? 10 and 6 on the Monkey King, 11-8 on the Invoker. I mean, 8 denies against the Storm Spirit is kind of incredible.
That's pretty big. Seems like nothing to say. Didn't wake up properly.
Needs his morning coffee. Alone.
He definitely needs.
Body
Let's see
block.
this one.
They've got the
Matthew's
Tusk
already making a rotation.
roaming
This should be another kill.
Blocking with the shards. Nothing to say. Turns to fight the Tusk though, the Snowball. It will be there to buy a bit of time for Matthew to dip out of danger. Alone, looking for the kill with the Tornado to secure it. There we have it, even through the Fairy Fire. Matthew is really setting the pace here, involved in all of these kills early on. As Faith Beyond going to try and TP back to base after dying bottom.
This would have not happened if Tusk didn't get that first blood, because this hero just does not have enough gold to buy all the mana region items, and yeah, playing top lane very aggressively, getting the kills, dying twice.
Going again?
Oh, you're trying. Ice Shards miss.
It's the shards this time. Unfortunate for him. But Arme, 19-4, still last hitting incredibly well, even under all this pressure. You know, testament to his mental, making sure he's getting all the creeps that he needs. Good deny there from Panda to remove the bounty rune. Tiny trying to rotate in there sneakily. Thunder, an exceptional laning stage for them. You know, Storm and Razor, you can definitely see their last hit values suffering a little bit early days. LGD, definitely one of those teams that can have those incredible fights mid-game, suddenly turning things on. Pakaz. So far, so good for him. 18-9. Backed up by Panda. Very little here the Jinkyu and Razor can do. And this is meant to be, like you said, the anti-carry of the Razor, dealing with the Monkey King, right? Thunder Awaken have done an exceptional job keeping them in the running in that bottom lane.
Every single time Razor gets close or try to use the static link, Dazzle puts a poison touch on him, and they start hitting him. Especially Dazzle, and a Monkey tries to run away, and then he can close the gap with the tree dance. This is not by any means an easy lane for PSG.LGD.
Especially with the positioning of Panda. Because if the Dazzle's the one that gets caught, that's where it's a little more dangerous. Gets tossed around, killed off by the Razor, but he's always hiding in the shadows. And there's the link, turn around.
Oh, he missed!
The poison touch. Alone's rotated in now, but Faith Bian back in the trees, clipped by the tornado. Very close to evading it,
That's
but the
an
Razor
charge.
Caught up, and the earn charge in for the Invoker going to be coming. Pakaz claims the kill.
Panda trying to be fancy and use that poison touch on the creeps to connect on the hero. Maybe get a 1 or 2 CS in the meanwhile while they're chasing the heroes. Probably not going to do the same thing again. They still did manage to get the kill, but yeah, as expected, trying to dive. Good rotation there from Alone, getting that Urn of Charge. And now, Storm Spirit level 6.
It's nearly rune time, isn't it? Nearly 6 minutes in. They knew Matthew was there lurking around trying to safeguard the top one, but LGD have 2 heroes top, 1 hero bottom, and the Illusion Rune does get bottled by the Storm. Diving from the Phoenix, I think he's had enough of Matthew. He is absolutely done with his nonsense. Matthew's coming back across though, and with Alone here, knowing the dive's on cooldown. Storm will zip into the back, but the snowball's there, and a great tornado, EMP. Why? Gonna get cleared up by Matthew and Alone. The Vortex, but cancelled out by the Grave. Pandamu is here with a save. Got a Shadow Wave as well, keeping the Tusk alive, and Matthew, he's gonna survive. Nothing to say, can't finish the job. Storm Spirit body blocked and killed off by Alone.
PSG.LGD playing super aggressive, and Thunder Awaken holding hands together. This is the power of these 2 supports that do have 2 saving tools. Because Pandamu, like, bottom lane is going so well, he will find that ward.
Nice.
He did manage to get level 4. Usually we see Dazzle struggling, but yeah, good rotation there, managing to get the Grave off, and also another Urn Charge.
Yeah, keep that tempo going. Pakaz looks like he still hasn't decided what he wants to buy. Saving up a little bit of gold, nothing queued up in his quick buy. There's a Wraith Band, just a little stopgap item to build himself up. Coming out of this laning stage. Nothing to say. He's rotated on Pandamu. Try and kill him before the Grave comes, but he is very, very survivable on this Dazzle. And with the rotation in from Matthew and Alone, the boundless strike from Pakaz. They've turned it again onto Faith Beyond, and nothing to say, he's going to die as well. 2 core kills as Thunder dominating this first 8 minutes of the game.
Still, in terms of net worth, it's not increasing. That means that PSG.LGD is getting farm on the other lanes. But Pandamu, he's been on point with this Dazzle. And all these things do add up, because he was level 3, he got that Grave level 4, and now he's level 5, having a Fairy Fire on top of that. PSG.LGD, they might need to bring 1 extra hero because of that Grave and a Snowball save next time around.
They might just have to. Faith Beyond, Link on cooldown. And Thunder again trying to come into this bottom lane, but the vision there. They will scout them out. Well placed. Gives them all the intel they need. But yeah, you're right. Wraith King is still up at the top. 3,800 net worth on Arme. Farming up a storm, even against this Darks here. As they'll toss him back into the Skellies and the Wraithfire Blast. Avalanche slows him down, even while surged up. And Sacred tries to vacuum back and get into the tree line, but that Mortal Strike from Arme. Straight through the back of the Darks here.
Finally, Xingqiu manages to find an opening. This is his first involvement in kill. Did get some solo XP from bottom lane, because Fate Beyond is 0-4-0. A bit uncharacteristic. So Xingqiu did manage to get some XP 4 times while Fate Beyond was dead. So that means he will be level 6 pre-10 minutes.
Maybe they had one of those talks where you mentioned earlier that Faith Beyond and Nothing to Say had to kind of carry the game and Arme was going 0-8 or something, right?
And now it's like, Arme, now it's my turn.
Yes.
I need to carry Xingqiu. Well, look at him go. Now he's on the mid lane, getting some extra farm for himself.
Oh, so he is. Yeah, 500 gold saved up. Looks like he might be trying to rush into that Blink Dagger. As Arme comes bottom, nearly at his armlet. Pressuring tier 1 tower already. This is without a catapult wave. Just coming in with Skellies and a normal creep wave. Pakaz doesn't have any reinforcements coming, so he's just going to have to let that one fall. Push top from Thunder, nowhere near as strong. They've got 3 heroes here, but Darkseer doesn't really hit buildings. He pushes waves and allows creeps to hit it. So as long as the Phoenix can drag those waves around, Tower is going to stand tall for as long as possible. Why does have a dive. 2 heroes chasing him into the trees. Off he goes, bouncing around. Sunstrike not going to catch him. Very nicely played by Y.
But they know. Invoker did ping it out. He's still pinging. The rest of the team does not trust him.
Don't want to go diving towers there.
Speaking of trust, Trusty Shovel did just drop for PSG.LGD.
Very nice.
And also, Amulet done for Wraith King.
There's so many things you can do with Arme, aren't there?
Ah, Ame has a really nice name.
Shards, they're going to see the Phoenix back in the trees. Dive is coming off cooldown though. So maybe why... Nah, never mind. Alone is there. Mega kill streak for the Invoker. And they will pummel that tower at long last. But LGD very quick to react to this. Ignoring top and moving mid. Now with the catapult wave, make short work of these objectives. No glyph for the Radiant. So no way to save this tower. And now LGD can open up the map. Even have a net worth lead when the scoreline is 11-3. Alone.
Is that Midas? That's a
Midas.
full Midas. He
Yeah.
is super farmed. Gets that first Midas usage immediately. Looking at Monkey King's build. Going Diffusal first. I wanted to see something aggressive.
That fits
But
the bill.
this is super, like this, I would expect him to get Echo Saber into Diffusal if he wants to be able to scale. Getting Diffusal will hit a certain timings that will allow them to just play. So they need to take these fights. Once the Diffusal Blade is up, they need to be able to get stuff done with this build. Because it's going to be another layer of mana burn. Great against the Storm Spirit, and also you have active. So Razor tries to connect on you. I believe it's called inhibit.
Yes, it is.
You inhibit him, and Static Link breaks.
That's very good. It's a nice shift up as well from Thunder. So often Pakaz is the hard farming hero, the TA or the Monkey King with Battle Fury, usually his go-to item. So it's nice to see them here on the last day of groups, really looking for these wins in a different way to their normal play style, shifting things around. Try and get that aggression going against LGD. Dire Vision does see the 4 members of Thunder coming down to that bot jungle. There's a pretty deep wards from LGD, in fact, into the triangle, down into bottom jungle, and I'm pretty sure that smoke saw them. It might not have. It's a very small window.
Yeah, it's straight up
of
50-50, Gary. Either it did see them or not. Same goes for Tiny's win rate in this tournament. 50%.
50 flat. Oh, look at that LGD smoking as well. Wraith King broke it immediately, probably hitting some creeps. Arme just going to sit back in triangle. Keep on farming. I'm Pakaz, he's showing bottom. You see Faith Beyond hiding in the trees there, not going to get caught out by this at all.
Every single time I see Jinkyu play Tiny, he always finds Tumbler Stoy. Even if this Tumbler Stoy would be better for someone else, potentially they found him, they know he's here.
Oh, maybe. They found him. They've got him, absolutely. Catch out the monkey.
Smoke broke and nothing to say new. Instantly, something fishy's going on.
That's a big kill for them, especially the fact that Faith Beyond was able to dodge the Thunder Smoke up top.
Monkey didn't want to buy any of the components for the Diffusal Blade. He did not want to show anything what he's going for. So I assume he's not going to show on lane, will farm the jungle, and then there's going to be Smoke try to surprise him with that Diffusal Blade.
Come out of the shadows with a nice big team fighty item. He's only a couple of 100 gold away from finishing it too. Thunder playing his 4. Jinkyu not quite trapped in the shards. Does find a little hole to slip out of. Thunder trying to aim for this tier 1 tower. Doesn't look like LGD are too bothered about this. The tower push is reasonably slow from the Radiant, so they can just let them hit it a few times. Jinkyu can drag the wave while they're hunting the Monkey King again. Because he's going to have that item delivered.
Radiant's top tower is under
Probably would like to join up with the rest of his squad. Just look at how long it takes them to take this tower, though. LGD have moved bottom, tried to gank, and they're back in mid lane to defend a little bit, maybe try a deny.
middle tower has fallen.
But alone gets the kill.
Monkey needs to use the courier, and here it comes. That's gonna be Diffusal Blade a bit late. He's not gonna be able to scale as good as he would if he had a different farming item. So they need to take a fight right now. PSG.LGD already 4k gold ahead, even though they only have 4 kills. Ame is activated beast mode. One more time. Armlet done. This is gonna be Tesso in the next minute.
Yeah, top of the net worth, 8,400. Now, why is Pakaz still hiding this? Because he's got 2 components.
No, he didn't use the courier. His courier stopped like 3 times. Now it's finally coming.
So you don't think he's not doing that on purpose?
No, he
accidentally
has the keys messed up.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening because it was first between tier 1 and tier 2 tower, then it was sitting near the secret shop, and now it stopped for the 3rd time. And finally, it's done 16 minutes into the game. Razor will almost have a BKB. Fate Beyond.
And inside the Wukongs.
I don't know about this one.
They're trying to go for it, but the TPs are going to come in from LGD. Yeah, Pakaz just cannot bring down the Razor. He's far too tanky. Sacred. Yeah, there's no way you go for a backstab with a Dark Seer like that. Maybe thinking about the wall being dropped on him, but probably not worth it in the end.
Radiant
Thunder.
scanning.
Starting to struggle now. This 5k net worth lead has materialized out of almost nowhere from LGD. It's been very, very nice play from the Chinese squad. There's nothing to say. Move here onto the Dazzle, try and dodge away from the snowball with a couple of ball lightnings. And Arme now has the opening. 1 hit, half HP on Matthew. The wall does connect on Storm as the EMP is there. Clipping Arme, but he's got stick charges and Soul Ring. So Reincarnation ready, and a big Supernova is going to try and protect Arme with it. Oh, he didn't have Reincarnation, he didn't Soul Ring, he got stunned up and killed. The Mana Burn, the Monkey King, the counter from the Diffusal Blade. Now Deafening Blast pushing back the Razor. Yi, he gets cancelled out. The Sunray stops. Jinkyu looking to run back as the Snowball Punch connecting on Faith Beyond, and a Sun Strike, well placed, but not enough damage, not quite.
Tornado will clip him.
He's going to clip the Phoenix, finds the kill, Pandamu dies. As alone, 1 HP away from death. Jinkyu jumps and punches, but slowed by the ice wall.
The attack speed on Tiny does have a Blink Dagger available in a couple of seconds. Ern still running. This is huge. This is big for Jinkyu. He might even find Monkey.
Monkey's trying to fight him, but he's got to toss back in. Sacred with a mech. And they'll turn it back onto the Jinkyu Tiny. Oh man, a close fought battle.
Oh, I guess Ahmed did not do the math correctly there. He got hit by Monkey King, and Soul Ring, as you said, was available, didn't proc it. I guess in those fights you do think about EMP more than anything, because EMP did go off, he pops a stick, hands off keyboard, I'm Wraith King, no need to use anything, I just right-click people down, and gets his mana burned. I think the fight would have definitely been different if reincarnation gets proc there.
Oh, for sure. That felt like it was about to be a sweep where LGD just stomped Thunder into the ground, but this Diffusal blade from Monkey King paying for itself already.
They needed this fight. I feel like Thunder Awaken needed this fight to happen even 2 minutes earlier, because Diffusal blade was ready. That one death on Monkey King also did delay things a little bit more. I hear Sunstrike, but I don't see it.
Yeah, looking to scout people out, I think, while Sacred cut through the trees.
Dire's top tower is under
Thunder
attack.
are here with 3 members, though. Maybe looking for a pick-off on Faith Beyond pre-BKB.
And not messing around. He wanted to get a BKB, but after what happened in the previous one, picks up the shard immediately. He's like, whatever, burn all mana that you can. Big timing for Thunder Awaken, though. Invoker about to hit his BKB. Then he doesn't, like, he can be the one killing the egg. This is level 1 egg, so with Alacrity, there's more than enough speed to bring it down, and also does have 2 saving abilities that could potentially get him out of the trouble. Monkey King.
Broken up top. Dazzle.
Monkey's gonna go for his BKB as well. 600 gold away from it.
Not too far. We see how quickly this Wraith King can just slice through any number of targets. Nether Shawl, oh, it's just left in the camp there. Monkey King. Leaving items lying
middle
around.
tower is under attack.
Oh, he's not realised, has he? Is he going to see it?
Not really. Darkseer would definitely love to pick that up. There's a decent amount of magical damage on PSG.LGD. For now, keeping the apple.
GQ. Blink, toss, Avalanche comes after. Trying to allow Arme to catch up. Pakaz, he Wukong's out. There's so much damage from LGD though, and the Monkey King being caught down this bottom lane. Now allows LGD to move forward. Good little punch on the Storm, but he's got plenty of mana to zip and ball across the fight. And now with the Avalanche toss, the Sunstrike not going to land. They've got a Grave on Matthew, but Thunder now falling apart. LGD coming with a huge fight, picking off the Invoker. Nothing to say. He's still got the regen going. He's moving towards Matthew now. He's got an Arcane Rune. And a toss back in from Jinkyu. 4 quick kills there as LGD strikes so hard in the bottom jungle.
Nothing to say shows up with active Arcane Rune and Bottle Regen Rune on Storm Spirit. Well, good luck. They did not manage. If they kill Storm Spirit, maybe the fight could have been slightly different, but without a Monkey King, I highly doubt it. They need Monkey and they need BKB on Monkey to be able to stand his ground. Because Ambe is getting out of control. He doesn't care about Monkey. He can stand inside the Wukong command and still deal damage. Getting some Deso stacks already at 10. Now picking up the Blink Dagger. Next fight, PSG.LGD takes. They can easily turn that into Roshan.
Yeah, this Wraith King is basically just one-hit killing people. If he finds the Dazzle, a Blink and a stun, there's no Grave, there's nothing.
This cosmetic is also one of the best ones in the game, at least for me.
The
it
sword?
just looks, yeah, it looks way too cool.
I guess it's an axe rather than a sword, isn't it? It's a huge kind of axe / Reaper Scythe looking deal. Big old weapon for the Skelly boy. Thunder wanting to try and shift this momentum. They started so well. The first 10 minutes were spectacular for them. But net worth, 8k advantage for LGD. As Arme jumps in with nothing to say. Jinkyu comes in from the side and they blow up Panda move. Wukong's commanders are good in as well. Does get the balance into Arme, so first life down. Wall dropped on him as well. Look at that damage coming through from the illusion.
Egg's gonna pop.
The egg with a sun ray, the toss back across. In comes Faith Beyond now from the northern side, and even with the Grave there, Monkey King, he can't survive. Will get taken down in the end by LGD. And what did LGD lose? Nothing.
Wraith King ulti. That's about it. And we are getting closer to level 3 reincarnation, so that's going to be available every minute. Double damage bottom is getting pinged out. Let's see who picks it up. Seems like it's going to be Ame, but needs to be a bit careful.
Oh, yeah.
Gets punched.
Oh,
he loses to the high ground.
Went to the high ground. Jinkyu in with a 2-man avatar. Sacred going to surge away, but Alone has already died. Oh, boy. They've got Tumbler's Toy. Another blink ready in a few seconds from the Tiny. No way here, Sacred. Oh,
Toss
great
gonna
play.
follow.
Toss follows the blink dagger away. Sacred into the creep wave. Jinq low on mana, so doesn't have the avalanche. This should still be a good find on the Darkseer.
He punched him so hard, the guy ended up in different dimension.
I was like, where's the illusion god? He's like, he's on the high ground.
And now Wraith King is level 18, needs 50 seconds for another one. This one's looking really rough for Thunder Awaken. BKB on Storm Spirit, they do have two abilities. They do have Walrus Punch. This is a boxing team. Walrus Punch and Darkseer One Punch, also known as Normal Punch.
Normal punch.
I would love if we rename that spell. Normal Punch, it's like okay punch, 3 out of 5. Nothing spectacular. Could be like Shadow Punch. That sounds much better, right?
Or Pointy Punch. And he's always
Pointy
talking
punch.
about how my pointy head is better than your round one.
Wizard Punch.
Wizard Punch. Yes, it reminds me of the old Slardar days, right? Where he had Bash.
Bash, Sprint. Ulti was called Amplified Damage.
I'm so glad they had some more creative names come up for him. That was always funny. We do still have, Bristleback has Bristleback and Doom has Doom, but I think those are ingrained in the heroes. That's still acceptable. Nothing to say. Going to finish off a Kaya Sanj on top of his BKB. Actually going back for a Witchblade. That's interesting. It's a pretty decent item scaling into late game. You can always upgrade it into that Revenant's Brooch when you need to. Gives him a ton more DPS as well. But LGD just seem completely unstoppable.
Oh, Witchblade's also nice against the Grave. If that, oh, Pakaz. They got afraid.
Oh, the BKB. May being turned on, mana being burnt. Toss back though. The wall comes in. Arme caught in it. Sunray trying to reset this fight as Sacred gets graved up, but it's dying so quickly. The percentage-based damage is Pandamu sliced by the Storm, and LGD just crushing this team fight. Looks like it might be over now as Pakaz is brought down inside his own Wukong's command. The Terracotta army can't save him, and LGD once again lose absolutely nothing and gain everything.
It's one of those games where I would not be surprised if Thunder Awaken even called it here, but they might still want to try to take one more fight. Last two team fights, they did not manage to kill a single member of PSG.LGD, and now there's going to be even harder. This is 7 versus 5 we're talking about. Nothing to say. We'll pick up the Aegis. You have Reincarnation on Wraith King. I don't know how you fight into this. You have no attack speed whatsoever to kill Phoenix Egg. There was a nice play there with Vacuum that did... Oh, Sunstrike!
Right.
Maybe managed to get a kill on Wraith King, but Reincarnation was up anyway. The nice play was Vacuum during the toss, so he pulled him back immediately. Monkey just does not have enough damage to burst Wraith King as he would like to. Kill him once, use the Wukong's BKB, he respawns, they try to kill him again. It's just not happening.
Storm is invis.
Radiant's top tower
He's been
is
so
under
good,
attack.
nothing to say. Finding the Dazzle in the back lines and making sure that the Graves are delayed, don't come out in time, and straight on to Pandamu. Dead for 30 seconds.
I don't know if I finished the sentence when I start talking about the Witchblade against the Grave. The overtime damage, if there's no heal coming up, could finish you off, so it's really good. And this item's gonna get nerfed, for sure. It's just way too strong. If we nerf... Oh, never mind, I'll hold that thought.
Catch on the Invoker. Punch and Snowball trying to save alone the mech, and maybe a vacuum play here with the BKB from nothing to say. Turns to face, chases in onto Sacred's Darkseer. He's gone, alone follows. They're all down 6 feet under, and this really is a signal of the end. Pakaz will punch back, but GG is called by Matthew. They tap out of game 1 here against LGD.
Beating LGD, always a difficult task. They had the advantage at the early stages of the game. Try to play it a bit differently, going for Diffusal Blade on Monkey King. I think they needed to do that like 3 minutes earlier to try to get some advantage going. They did manage to kill Wraith King once. Ame massively farmed. Like, he was sitting at 3k more net worth 10-15 minutes into the game on top of Monkey King. And after dying once, after that Diffusal Blade did surprise him.